Just like the word relationships, boundaries are often looked at as something between romantic partners. We talk a lot about what healthy and unhealthy boundaries look like for partners, but other relationships are just as important. Parent-child relationships can be especially trying when it comes to boundaries. Parents watch their children go from completely dependent beings to people with their own personalities, dreams, and desires. With so much change packed into a few short years, it can be hard to determine where boundaries begin and end. However, there are a few things we can keep in mind as we work on setting boundaries with our children. To start, boundaries aren't much different than the rules we set as parents. Especially with young children, there are certain expectations parents put in place for their kids to follow. Bedtime at 9 p.m., brushing our teeth before school, and wearing shoes before we leave the house are all simple boundaries. Children will likely test these boundaries as they grow, and that's okay. Just make sure you stay consistent in enforcing them, while also leaving a bit of flexibility as your child gets older. While wearing shoes may be universal, most of the boundaries we put in place for toddlers will change over time. Even though your 9-year-old still feels like a precious baby to you, she likely doesn't see it that way. Changing bedtime to 9:30 or letting children spend the night with a friend shows that you respect their autonomy and acknowledges that they are growing up. Be prepared for your boundaries to change, often sooner than you think. Of course, not all boundaries are that simple. Relationships have emotional boundaries as well, and these can be the hardest things for parents and children to define. A hug goodbye at 7 may become embarrassing by age 13, and constantly knowing your 12-year-old's whereabouts is normal, but at 17 it may feel invasive. Talk about these changes with your child. If you notice that your child is testing a boundary, discuss what that boundary means and decide together where to move it. As difficult as it may be to see our children grow up, know that testing and adjusting boundaries is a sign of healthy development and means you're doing your job as a parent just right. For more information about healthy boundaries, visit guilfordhri.org and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.